Welcome back, Ninjago fans, to another live reaction with Hungary, and this is episode 18 of Dragons Rising Season 2. Yowzas. Okay, well, we got a little punch to the face, or in this case, to the side. But it wasn't a punch, it was a sword with Lloyd, so... this is hard. Last episode. Sheesh. We just got so much over one episode. Well... The thing is, like, this is kind of reminding me a little bit of, like, even Crystallized. Like, it had a very slow beginning, but then it just got really intense for the last, like, 5 episodes. So I feel like they're doing the same thing here with Dragons Rising, except it's, like, the part 2 of Dragons... Well, okay. Yeah, episode 11, 12, 13, 14... It kind of, like, it started to get really intense, I think, maybe in episode 15. But still, like, ooh. But... Well, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I want to find out what happens and see how Lloyd's doing, because he's our boy. Let's protect the OG ninjas at all costs. Alright, let's go. Flashback. Or is this his dream? I would have defended him. Okay, he's breathing. Okay, he's...
The medical bots assure us Lloyd's condition is stable. But he shows no signs he will wake up from this coma.
He has to wake up. We can't do this without him. Whatever fears he had about being our master in the games,
Oh, I thought Lloyd would be, sorry. We came to do the official transfer of elemental powers.
Lloyd is technically the victor of that competition.
Yeah, he is.
But I guess we can wait until he's better.
Maybe it has to be willing to give the... Oh, okay, no, I think it definitely has to be willing to give the powers, but, what if you did transfer... I mean, at least take away her power. I just want to say that. Please take away her power. To make it fair, you know? Don't let her be OP already here. Or just wait, but the only thing I could think of is, like, why not just maybe transfer it to unconscious Lloyd, and then maybe you'll wake him up? Idea!
Good news, though. We expelled that pain in the butt Zeatrix.
I can hear you.
And not just from this tournament, but from all future tournaments.
That's it? After what she did? Come on, Roby, you can do better than that. Or we can do worse. Listen to me, I was so caught up in winning, in proving my worth, that I blanked out. I just acted out of rage.
Rage.
Yep.
Was that supposed to be an apology? I don't know what your caregiver bot taught you, but mine always said apology should have the words "I'm sorry" in them. You know what should be done to you, Creepatrix?
Creepatrix.
Right up in front of like a really delicious melon that you'll never be able to reach. No, you should be poked with a million sticks while playing songs you hate on a loop forever.
Yeah, you didn't take the power. You should have just taken the power, like, just let her, like, you know, she loses her powers, just give the powers to Lloyd, or in this case, hold it into the cup. Why not, you know? And after that, they can jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin your butt! Oh, look at that, Geo being protected too. Just take her powers. Yeah, that's what I said. Just take it. Why can't we have done this?
Sorry, Zeatrix. Lose your fight, lose your powers. Them's the rules.
Look at Zane being also protective. See, stay with Lloyd.
If Lloyd wakes up.
When Lloyd wakes up?
When Lloyd wakes up.
Yeah, dude, that was kind of harsh.
All the powers to him. He earned them.
That's sweet. Though, his uncle said nothing.
Roby was still wearing those cufflinks I told you about?
Yeah, they look so fire.
No, I mean, sure, they are stylish, but that's not the point. Those cufflinks have the same design that was on the wall from where someone sent those attacker bots.
Roby can't be a suspect. Did you see how he just saved me?
He likes his brand, but that's not his brand.
That's nice. Doesn't mean they aren't capable of turning on you.
But this is Roby. What about Zeke?
Aaron, I thought you were talking about yourself for a second.
They're still suspects, sure, but the more I think about it, the more Roby could easily be behind the attack on the matriarch and the attacks on the other players.
I think you're the wrongest kind of wrong, but If this means I get to prove the Stangzoof Roby's innocence, then sign me up.
Okay.
I can help too, Aaron.
Thanks, but no thanks. I need ninja I can trust.
It's hard.
Remember, Dr. Aaron, when trying to solve a mystery, trust no one. Everyone is a suspect until proven innocent.
Are they playing the game of Clue?
Your mother.
You got me.
Then why did you marry him? I'm just kidding. It's a joke, but...
Sure you don't want to go to the Games Plaza to see Sora fight?
Very sure. Now's the only time we know Roby and Bleck won't be around their office. We don't have much time till the game is over, so we gotta hurry.
Well, we tried. Guess we'll have to trust me that Roby's innocent.
Would an innocent man lock his office door?
Yeah. Normal people lock doors.
Yeah.
I was raised by dragons and even I know that.
Wildfire, I love it.
Lloyd was trying to teach me spinjitzu, but I just don't know what's holding me back. There's no chance I'm making it past the next level of the tournament without him.
No, you got it.
And for our next match, he'll wreck you with tech. You. And now a bunch of other cool powers. Sora versus the Quake Snake ready to break the competition.
Oof. This is...
Something's up with... What's her name?
Jordana.
Yeah. One minute she's asking me for help, the next she's pretending she doesn't know.
Technically it was a second, but
Given
yeah.
how I ignored her when we were in school, I wouldn't want to know me either. Maybe her and Aaron can become friends. Friends that hate me.
Oh, it's clouding your judgment. But you know, Lloyd had the same thing when he was fighting against Zeatrix. So, you know what? Not everyone's perfect, which people keep forgetting. I know they want to... Multi-plat. So is it knocking people off their... You know, I don't think they ever told us what Nox's elemental power was. I mean, at least, you know, Wildfire could be like, hey, yeah, at least my elemental power is in safe hands. Woo. So if I were to predict who would win this fight, I mean, to be honest, win or lose, I have no idea. To be honest, to me, I'm not even interested in this fight. If Frack were to win, it would have favor in Roz, which in this case would make sense. But, and then in the next fight, like, could be the final, besides Lloyd. Oh, wow, he dove.
What's someone like you doing fighting for Ross?
You ninja got him all wrong. Sure he's strict, but he taught me lots.
Oof. Ah. Oof. But that would keep Frack on Team Roz. But if... Oh, that's what I'm saying. The final would be, you know, Noct versus Frack. No way he's gonna use the wolf. He's using the wolf. No.
Tests will make you more powerful, but they corrupt you, poison you. Roz only cares about power, no matter what the cost.
Would he actually do it?
Do it! Do not disappoint me!
I'm proud of you, Frack. Bro. To be honest, now I kind of want him to win without the mask. Sadness. Now he's gonna be banished. I was about to say, like, he could have used that to get up. I mean, that's really... Now, oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm glad Cole's power is in safe hands.
You outplayed me. Congratulations.
You were a worthy opponent.
Frack, don't go back. Don't go back. You're gonna get sent away.
You have failed me.
It was a good fight. A fair fight.
I will not suffer disobedience. I offered you certain victory, and you refused. I never want you in my sight again.
There it is.
What? Jordana? Oh, hey. Huh? An Empyrean math equation? What does this mean?
Okay, so Jordana got a little bit through whenever she probably could. Fought. Unless it's a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if they use it as a trap. Using a spork?
Hey! I was just looking for you. By your office. But of course you were at the games. That makes way more sense. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you're funny and cute and I like that. And you're a snazzy dresser. Those cufflinks are fantastic. Can I see them?
Sure. I think they're kind of basic.
I was about to say, why didn't he answer right away?
Uncle Black thought I should wear them for my first tournament.
Aww.
Right? Who'd have thought Black be such a softie? He gave them to me right before the first game, like, for good luck. As if I needed it.
First game.
Roby got those cufflinks right before the first game. The morning after the bot attack. Told ya he was too cool and good looking to have left the mark.
You have to trust the evidence, Aaron. Even if it goes against what you believe. Even if your dad is being a real sneak.
Yeah, you're...
Right. Feels good. Yeah.
Can we just acknowledge that? Oh, that's cute. I didn't mean to say cute. I was about to say, okay, this is where my words jumble up. Like, I wanted to say what I wanted to say with the sentence I wanted to say, and then when something comes up, I say the word I was going to say, but then something else comes up and I say the word I was supposed to say. You know, this is my brain. What I wanted to say, like, can we just give a shout out to Wildfire? She literally just confessed to him, like, hey, I like you. Like, let's go Wildfire. I like her character here. Like, she's grown a lot, and she's more, I like to say, more funny. Like, she's grown. And this is what I, like, see, like, this is, I think this is good. They maybe have rushed it just a little bit. No, actually, it's season 2. Yeah, it's season 2. Makes sense. You know, get character development in a season. Why not? You know, that's kind of, you know, it works. So I really like Wildfire here. But it's just like, she's like, everything. He's like, oh yeah. I think Roby definitely knows that she likes him, but he's trying to keep his cool. But I don't know. He's been giving subtle hints, like when he announced Wildfire's turn. I remember that. It's like, oh, Roby, choice of words, interesting choice of words. And now what's gonna happen?
We interrupting something?
Just feeling good. Not because of you or anything. But not because of you. You're great. We're fine. No big deal. Bye.
That's the wrong way.
Oh,
It was good to see you too, Wi-Fi.
or he's a playboy. I don't know, but interesting.
Elemental Master of Heat has 0 chill.
Why aren't you at the games? Even if you don't support your teammates, have some respect for the tournament.
Yeah, good point. Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Way to go, Sneaky Boots.
Sneaky boots. Good job, Aaron. He might find some secrets out, and the thing is, I feel like that might make his change his mind. But I want to know why that saber-toothed tiger, or in this case, a tiger was... Yes! Oh my gosh, I love those exercise balls. I should have one in this room. Oh wait, no, I don't have room.
Nothing.
What was I gonna say?
What were you expecting? A notebook that says
Yeah.
I'm guilty?
The painting in the museum, or like artifacts. Like,
No.
there should be an explanation there. Kind of gives me back of season 5 vibes. No, season 7 vibes.
I didn't break it. You broke it.
Well, well, well. The entrance to a secret lair.
For the record, I'm the one that found it.
It was smart of Bleck to hide the room's access in this old thing. No way Roby was gonna touch a rotary phone.
I still don't know what this is.
But to say like, hey, yeah, at least Aaron knows what a rotary phone is. I mean, maybe as a kid he probably had one. I had one as a toy. Back then, for me, it was a toy, but I know some people still used it, but I just remember it was a toy for me.
Do this to his beautiful, beautiful face.
He's just mocking him.
So, I'm getting the feeling that Bleck doesn't like Roby.
Well, duh.
Sounds like a motive.
Oh dear, that's kind of disturbing.
Here we go now. This room is gonna give me nightmares forever.
How is this all tied to the matriarch horns? We need evidence.
It's like his punching bag. He needs something to punch.
Is that evidence?
Meet with Roz.
Sounds like evidence.
Is that a calendar?
Bleck meet with Roz the day before the tournament.
That's a
If
calendar.
it was a meeting to commit a crime, which it obviously was, why write about it?
He is pretty fussy with his boring stuff like ledgers and rules.
We need more answers.
I would be surprised if he was working with Roz. Come on, Lloyd. That's a sponge. Looks like a sponge cake.
Aaron, I've been waiting for you. I need your help deciphering this note Jordana gave me.
Who's Jordana? Oh, that girl from Imperium? Doesn't she hate you?
Something weird is definitely going on with her. And this is an Imperium math problem. Maybe it's a clue or something. You're the best at solving mysteries.
I guess.
Did you solve the
I
problem?
figured out the math.
Okay.
For all the good it did me. It spells out the words crown, mono, stereo. What could that mean?
Crown, mono, stereo.
Crown, mono, stereo. Okay, the crowns could probably reflect the ones with the dragon's crowns. Mono, I think it might be the monastery. Maybe. Just guessing. Stereo? Voice? I'm not sure.
Crown, hat, head, horns? Horns! Maybe the dragon horns?
That's what I'm thinking.
Mono. One, stereo, round. Mono, stereo.
I mean, mono can be one.
Stereo. Monastery?
That's
Horns in the monastery?
Is Jordana trying to tell me the dragon horns are in the monastery?
Maybe, but why would they be back in the monastery?
what I just said.
I think I know which one they're in. But are you sure we trust what's her name?
Not sure we have a choice.
So like stereo, I thought like okay, man. Oh, we're gonna be night. I was just thinking like stereo. I thought it might be a voice or music box, but I did not think like oh maybe it's like mono. I already thought mono was monastery already, but I didn't think that maybe stereo was gonna be part of that. But you know what? I figured it out. Let's go. What an adult. Lloyd. Oh, I thought this was gonna be a night. Is it gonna be in constant nightmares? Dragon. Source dragon. That's the one that helped them wake up.
Motion source dragon.
Yeah, motion.
Thank you.
I don't know why I didn't say it.
Visions are from exposure to source dragon energy. I can ward them off, but they will be back. Being a conduit, as you are, is a grave responsibility.
And a responsibility I have failed. I've lost in the tournament.
A source dragon like myself would not have come to you if I did not believe you could do this.
But
Let's go.
we still haven't discovered who's behind the attack on the Arc Dragons. Or who's threatening
About to
you.
wake up
Which
or
is exactly why you must get back in the games.
wake up.
No matter what. Lloyd, you must win!
You must wake up. Good boy. Well done. Are you serious? No one is around him? Or are they all going to the... Come on. I thought at least Cole would stay unless it was about the monastery.
Who is right? The He's mysterious, and his handshakes really hurt. Versus...
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me go back to that. I actually saw his elemental power. I missed it.
He's mysterious, and his handshakes really hurt.
That's his elemental powers? Seriously? What the heck is that? Death poison? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, he won that. That's all they showed. There's nothing after that. Okay, sorry. Maybe you guys know in the comments, but I thought only elemental masters are allowed to compete in this tournament. He gained those elemental powers. He didn't have an original elemental power. Shatter Spin, I don't think is an elemental power. I think it's like a martial arts. It's a technique. So how did he participate? I thought, again, like everyone else, unless they just forced it, unless they just allowed it. Like again, he won because Tox is the one who had that, and he beat her up like. So this is where I'm just like, writers, like, you better have a good explanation right here, because right now you don't have a really good explanation on why Nia left and Zane couldn't go after Jay in the first place. Like, again, if it was just for the selling of the toys, like, I feel like that's just so sad. Or not the toys, but selling of the Lego, like, vehicle thing to sell that. It's like, okay. Sad that it had to alter the story or alter, like, a possibility that he could have done to change that. I don't know. I just, like, or, like, even if, I don't know if they did think about it, but just... Again, he uses the same thing.
What is Ruby trying to pull? He knows Lloyd is still in a coma.
The tournament must go on. With Lloyd not attending, I'm afraid I must call the fight. And the victory goes to... Lloyd!
He woke up in time. Okay, so they split up.
Whoa. Looks like the orb that led me here has made some friends. If you're right about the Imperium girl's clue, this has got to be the place.
But how are we gonna get?
Oh, wait a minute, what?
Our dragons were sent home, and you don't have.
So it's not just Wu? There's others?
Thanks for the reminder. And Sora's too busy fighting to help us out by building us a ship or something. Hey.
I'm sorry, not thinking of others. I bet it's not true, but I'm just like, like, if Wu's not the only, like, orb floating around, like, unless he split himself off to 4 pieces, sure, I guess maybe a soul could do that. I don't know. I don't do the logic of these things, or I don't try to figure it out because it's too confusing. But, just for some reason when my eyes went like this, I was just like, what if it's like other ninjas that just didn't make it through the merge, or like only their souls are floating around? I'm like, oh, that is depressing. And the first person that came to mind was Skylar. I'm like, no. And the person came to mind, I'm like, wait, I don't think Pixel would be a part of that. I don't think so. But I was just like, what? Sorry, that was just going through my head. I'm just freaking out. I'm like, no, hopefully that's not true.
Ideas that won't work too. Like, okay, I'm bad at improv, but let's focus on trying to come up with a plan that might work. Like, oh, I've got an idea. Wait right here.
Okay.
What an unexpected comeback! Lloyd is back in the tournament!
Yeah, the uncle definitely not happy.
This is so much cooler than anything I could have planned. I'm not even mad you wouldn't let me use killer jellyfish anymore.
Lloyd! I'm so glad you're here, but you sure you should be here?
I can still fight. I have to.
And here are the powers that are rightfully yours.
Okay! Again, he should be disqualified. He doesn't have an elemental power. Using Jay's and Nia's? Painful. I'll use invisibility again. Wait, but I'm impressed. He's nice. I'm impressed he's on his feet after just waking up from a coma.
You must win.
Yeah, no pressure from the source dragon emotion. Let's go! Should have switched shirts.
Stop the fight!
What? Why?
You are clearly an injured combatant. According to ancient rulings, the Source Dragons, in their desire for fairness, do not permit injured fighters.
Oh. Wow. Well, if it's in the rule book, I guess.
But you saw me. I could do it. I'm just a little sore. No big deal.
I don't have a choice, Lloyd. Even though that match was awesome, your health is the most important thing.
At least they care.
You did not look well this morning, and you still don't. To be honest. Sorry.
And the victor by default is knocked.
It's on. Bro. I don't think that should be disqualification. I think that should be... No, that's so unfair. Because, think about it. I think that's a rule he might have added. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a rule he added. And to make him lose. And he's definitely suspicious, like, of, oh, like, he's definitely suspicious of being the bad guy right here. Or he's definitely, like, all the evidence is showing, even with Aaron. But, like, even before, I'm like, yeah, he does not like them from the start. Like, he's definitely the sus one. But that's, so, see, this is where it's not fair. I like that if it is in the rule book, that is sweet of the Source Dragons, as in this case, to make fairness, like, oh, you better be, be full recovery, like, don't have any, like, an injured ankle or sprained ankle, or, your arm's dislocated, like, you shouldn't, So, I think that's fair, but I don't think it's fair to disqualify someone if they're injured. I think they should postpone the match. That is completely normal. Like, even now, I think his uncle, or made Roby actually, like, according to the rules, like, we must continue the games, even if one is out of commission. Does that make sense? Like, that's so not fair. Like, this is not fairness. And even he said, like, yeah, the Source Dragons want fairness. Even Roby agreed, but like, oh, that seems fair. Like, that seems logical, but that should not have them be disqualified. Yes, if it's if it's an injury that almost like, oh, someone broke a leg. Okay, it'll take like months for that to recover. Yeah, I get that. But he is fine. He's just a little sore. He even said that, like, oh my, like, you don't look so good. Like, well, okay, let's get a doctor's to check on him. And if he sees and if the player himself is confident to compete, then let the competitor compete. Like, this is purposely cheating. Like, he's using. Oh, that's nice. That's one way.
Hello there.
I'm not surprised that Cole would want to use that.
I'm glad you're awake, Lloyd. I hope you'll be okay.
Well, now that Noct wins,
Odds were not in our favor.
now he
did
can
your
distribute
best.
it.
It wasn't good enough.
No,
I failed us.
no, you didn't fail. You didn't
No,
fail.
you haven't.
It's not your fault.
I'm still in the games.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about you, Serana. So sorry. I was like, you're the only hope. Come on. Why not give the new characters things? Yeah.
It's an elemental earth mech. You don't have your powers. How can you get it to work? I'm pretty sure this mech was my mother's. I can feel something in it, some connection. So maybe if I focus.
Oh, don't make me cry, bro. Don't make me cry. You bring OGs, but Cole, I love you to death. You're my favorite. You'll always be my favorite, but they changed you in Dragon's Rising, and I don't like it. But that is so sweet that they brought that back, but I think that's like teasing a little bit. I'm like, you know what you did, writers. You know what you did. And a lot of the fans do not like what you did, and I'm really upset about it. Like, how dare you change Cole? Like, who they're shipping Cole right now, I'm like, that's not Cole. No, it's not. It's not. And I'll defend my boy. Because I know my boy. Okay, who are these sparkling... Come on. Woo, which one are you? You are one thing. Okay. I knew it! Kind of. But sort of.
Master Wu?
Exactly! With no arms and legs. Why did you end the episode here? That's not fair. You can't do this, bro. You can't. Oh, man. Shoot. Well, that happened. Well, thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed that very much. Lloyd losing. Sheesh. And I totally forgot about Serena. Sorry about that. I was like, wait. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I remembered it at the beginning of this episode, and then I forgot. My brain. I think that'll be a quote forever for me. My brain. Yeah, this is getting more interesting, and the uncle's being more and more suspicious. I mean, I just bet he's working together with Roz, or he's being forced. I like to believe the best in people. Like Rob, I don't think is definitely not the villain. If he becomes the villain, that's a huge plot twist, and I'll be like, okay, I suspected him, but then I didn't, and then he was the main villain. I'm like, okay, you caught me off guard. You tricked me. Good job. But I kind of like how they're deleting the evidence. Like Aaron found evidence, and even like the characters, like from the beginning, like, oh, then you weren't invited. But overall, Noct did not have an elemental power. That's already giving a huge amount of hit. Like that's what I remember when watching. Like when the tournament happened, like, wait, Noct's in this? I'm like, I don't remember them ever mentioning him having an elemental power. If he did, I would have probably mentioned it with his first fight. Like I would have said like, oh yeah, he does this and this. I'm like, so like they didn't really reveal. They only, if anything, if I somehow missed it, and if he does have an elemental power, then they just didn't show it in the screen, like his original elemental power. He just showed the ones that he got. Oof. But also, I think the fairness of this games is also not as fair as it should be. So to be honest, I think they should set it up as almost like as a tournament thing, as in like brackets. Have them fight against each opponent and then leading up to a final match, because I think it would make it fair to have like, oh, the person won, like, oh, this person won 3 rounds. They have 3 elemental powers, and it's versus 1 elemental power. I'm like, no, that doesn't seem fair at all. So with brackets, it would make sense. Like, okay, so next they win this against this opponent. They win the elemental power. Now they have 2. They go to the next bracket. This person won against this one. Now they have 2. And then it's 2 against 2, and then 3, and then 4. This way, no one goes OP. Like right now, Serena has way more elemental power than I think even Noct has. Not voting for Noct right now to win, like it's unfair. I'm just saying I think if it was anyone else, like I think Lloyd and Serena are the two almost have the exact same amount of elemental power. Like they're both OP right now. That's the only thing I'm saying. But overall, like Noct probably had other opponents too, but what they showed us was only 3. And I don't know if he won more, like unless it was off screen, you know, they didn't show us. So there's just some things I'm like, okay, I would like to dig deep on this thing. And also, if you ever need help with writing or coming up with things, hello Ninjago, I'm here. I love my boys, like, don't ruin it, please. I would just love to be in the writer's room and come up with ideas and stories. It just sounds so fun. Love it too much. But yeah, no, okay, so I just had because of what happened in the last episode, or what I watched, like, what, 40 minutes ago? But, like, episode 17, just with Lloyd is now okay sending Nia out to find Jay, I just think it was such... Just, it went against what Lloyd said in the beginning, when Jay left. That's unfair. Zane would have been perfectly capable of going after Jay. But now they're making it more personal because now Nia is going after Jay. That makes it better. Like, no, anyone could have gone after Jay. Like, it doesn't have to make it more personal. I don't know. I just think logically Zane should have been the one to go after Jay. So I'm just really upset about that with the storytelling, because okay, sure, I'll accept what Lloyd says, but be consistent with that, please. Again, if they're trying to make like, oh yeah, nobody's perfect, like, yeah, that's the point, but let's just try to make a good story with like consistency with the characters, because you just blew it with Lloyd's words, and now you're blowing it with Cole's character, and some things I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And then what you guys are doing to Jay, you're like teasing the fans, like, oh yeah, you want Jay? Here's Jay. 1 second, go by, like, but a season later, here's Jay. Like, what the heck? Like, you're just giving, it's almost like you're dangling Jay in front of her faces. Like, oh, here's Jay, come again. Like, they're playing with the OG fans' heartstrings, and it's not pleasant, especially if you do it this way. I am curious on what they're gonna do with Jay later on. Like, oh, now that he left, like, okay, now he's on his own again. Like, no, I would have preferred it. Like, now I have to, like, okay, now Jay's out in the wilderness again. Like, where is he doing? Like, he's on his own. Now I have to worry about him. I worried about him when he was on Roz's side, but what if he would have stayed? Like, what if he was, you know, continue to even fight with Roz? Like, for me, like, Roz's idea, like, oh yeah, you should have gone after Jay. Like, that was a good strategy. But honestly, I would have gotten Jay back to have him more like, oh yeah, Jay's a hostage now. I think that would have made a more interesting story, even though I probably would have not liked it because it hurts my heart. But this is just confusion of them just putting Jay in the sidelines. Like, it's just, okay, now we have to, like, oh, okay, I think there's, what I want to kind of convey is that there's multiple stories that's happening at the same time, in a way. Like, we had, like, okay, Aaron was investigating, that's one story. The tournament's still going, that's a story. What's going on with Jay and being on Roz's team, that's a story I would like to hear behind the scenes, like, or something. Like, there's sometimes, like, 3 stories happening at the same time and we can't always see it. Like, they just put one aside, they're not doing it equally, or, I remember there was a movie that I watched and I kind of was confused because there was, like, 4 things happening at the same, oh, actually, was it a movie or an anime? Well, I remember watching a movie. I can't remember the movie right now. But I know an anime, like, I'm even thinking out loud, like, if you've seen Naruto, like, the Great Ninja War, like, there are, like, 10 things happening at once. Like, different battlefields, different battles happening. I'm like, okay, it's hard to follow this. And also follow the main character who's on a separate island trying to train or trying to keep him from finding out that there's a war in the first place. But then there is, and then he goes to the... like... But there was still somewhat of a flow, but you were just like, oh yeah, this was happening. But there was one movie that was just hard to follow because there was legit 4 things happening almost at the same time. And, like, how to go back and forth from that. I can't remember the movie right now. Either it was a Disney movie or something. I can't put my finger on it. Was it DreamWorks? But yeah, it's just, this is what I'm feeling that is going on here with, okay, investigation with Aaron. And something with Frack with Roz. Like, there was something with that, and... it's hard to follow it sometimes, but I'm really proud of Frack. I want to give a shout out to Frack for not, you know, doing, and I wish there was an interaction with Aaron maybe comforting Frack after that battle. Like, I wish Aaron would be like, there would have been a moment between the two, like saying, like, you know what, I remember what you said, Aaron, and it made me make the decision, like, yes, like, that would have given me more power, but I wanted to make it more fair, because I want to fight elemental against elemental, not... like, you know, like, that would have been a nice thing, you know, and it might happen in the next episode. I'm not sure, but it just didn't happen here, and I wish it kind of did. But that was really big of Frack to do that. And he was on Roz's side, like, he defended Roz, everything, and, like, yeah, he's a little strict. Oh, I get that, Frack. I had strict teachers, I had strict coaches. So I get that. There's that point of discipline. I'm like, okay. But overall, just I really like that. I think that's one of my favorite parts of this episode was that with Frack actually not deciding, because I wouldn't be surprised, but his kind soul just like his being heart shattered would have hurt more. And the thing is, weirdly enough, sometimes, like, you know, like, it killed me when it happened to Jay, but I think it would have been a really interesting thing if they did do it with Frack. I would have been like, oh man, poor boy. Like, I've been like, no, Frack, you were, like, such kind-hearted, and this and that, and you, like, your heart shattered, like, that's all gone. Like, it would have been, I would like to say, a good, devastating story. But again, I'm okay with not, that not being the case. Like, I'm okay with it. It would have been interesting, like, you know, if there was like, oh, what if this happened, or what if that happened? Like, I'm okay that it didn't happen, but it would have been interesting if it did, because, like, you know, Frack is a kind-hearted soul. But he did, like, he even said the words, like, when he was talking with Aaron when doing those moves, like, yeah, you must take destiny into your own hands, or don't let the world keep you, like, take from the, you know, do things that you might have to do it on your own to accomplish this or something like that, like force it to happen kind of thing. Like he was saying that whole like type of a villain speech kind of thing, like, you know, okay, but he didn't do that. And he could have done that. Like if he would have remembered Roz's words and that intimidating thing that Roz was saying, like, don't you, like, you know, do it, don't disappoint me, or wow, that was big of Fract. Like that was a big moment. I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of him, and I hope he does join the ninja. Now that he kind of got, not saying banished, but kind of got, I guess so, kicked out. Fract, go with the ninja. Talk to Cole. Cole's a good teacher. I'm sorry, I'm really upset with doing with Cole right now. It's really hurting my heart. Oh well. Well, guys, I'm gonna see you next week. Next week is the finale, guys. 19 and 20. Man, it's gonna be intense. But I can imagine it's gonna be intense. Unless I'm gonna get disappointed. That apparently happens a lot now. But I am enjoying it. I'm glad I'm glad Lloyd's fine. He got out of that coma. And I just sad that he blames himself, but it's like, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I just feel bad, but it's not his fault. Well, we'll see what happens next. See you guys next week. It's the week before Christmas, guys. I'm excited. Really excited. Alright, guys. Hope you had a good, wonderful rest of your Ninjago Wednesday. But please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos, more live reactions with Hungry Harmony. If you watch all the way through, it helps make some revenue off my videos so I can make money so I can pay for rent. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And please share what you guys thought about this episode. The positive, the negatives, pros and cons, what you thought, what you liked, what you disliked. No spoilers, please. I'd appreciate that. Yes. But I'd love to hear from you guys. I do read most of you guys' comments, so I really do appreciate you guys, and you guys are the best. Especially people who watch my videos all the way through, especially to this point. So thanks, guys. You are the best. Hungry Harmony now definitely is going to be out. But remember, jump up, kick back, whip around and spin, and then we'll jump back, do it again. Ninjago! Ninjago. Wait, the heck? Lloyd's powerless.